Welcome to the AMA. It's a little bit of a smaller one because we actually just did a little pre-AMA 2 days ago, um, but this is our more formal one. Little bit of a weekly update for everybody, and Swanee, you were just saying a second ago, like sorry for interrupting. Carry on. It's actually the opposite. The reason why we do the voice chats is so that our holders, so that everyone can get to know each other. Everyone, feel free to
Yeah.
join in anytime. Yeah.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. That's exactly what I'm saying. It's a lot less formal, and it's a lot um, it's pretty important. It's like Ghost Trapper was pointing out, like the reason why he does events at all the conferences is because it's really important for forming your community. And I find I find you get a lot of projects where you'll hear the voice founders jump into an AMA stage, but you don't actually get to talk with them. And I don't know. I like to think that it's a sign that we really want to build a community with people that we're setting it up this way, right?
Damn right.
Agree. Yeah.
I agree.
100%.
Yeah, exactly. Aw, you guys just put a big smile on my face to start with. Um, so let's see. We've got some stuff for you guys today. What we're going to go over is NFT NYC, a bunch of stuff around that, uh, some little stuff on Cockatoos utilities, some updates on Silverman, and it's fun that we were talking about NFT NYC because we're going to start right there because I've got something really fun and special to show you guys, which are photos. Woohoo! Was anyone feeling FOMO that they didn't get to go to NFT NYC?
Yes.
Yeah. A lot.
Oh, well, this is the anti FOMO call. We'll give you guys get to see some pictures, get to feel like you were there. Um, let's see. So I kind of want to start NFT NYC talk by just talking about our event. So as you guys know, we threw a smash party at NFT NYC. What that is, it's it's a bar where you go and you break stuff. And here's a video of one of the guys one of the guys from Hopeless who came by, um, and you'll see. But if you've ever seen Office Space, wow. And hold on, because he goes for one more move here, which is pretty impressive, which I was not expecting him to do.
I don't think you're streaming, Jeff.
Oh, I'm not screen sharing. Well, then you guys, it's good narrating. Aren't you guys glad that I was sitting here telling you all about what was happening while it was going on? Hold on, let's try that one more time. There's the screen for going live. Um, all right, here we go. And thanks for telling me that because I was sitting here really enjoying this video. So here we go.
Love the slow motion.
I had to grab the slow motion video on it.
Oh, he's there.
For anyone who can't see the video, just click on my profile where it says live and click on the live stream there.
I got the skillet up inside.
Yeah, and here he goes, about to throw one more. This is the extra move that I didn't realize he was gonna do.
Brilliant.
It's great, right? Um, so we rented out a it's called the Break Bar, and a lot of people are calling them Smash Rooms, and it was really fun. It was like you went to the back in groups, and it was funny because we kept having people going to the back, and everyone had there was so much going on, but we had a good 30 to 40 people come through, and there was a good core group of people who hung around and stayed. This was really early in the morning. The first session. That's me in the middle. Oh, this is inside the. There's also a glasses throwing range. So after you had a drink, you'd take your glass and you'd throw it. You throw it at the throwing range. Hold on.
You did it! Perfect!
She looks so guilty.
I really love the mom don't don't blame me for this. And here's a really fun group photo of everyone who's there at the end, and that is David in the hat. It's one of the big news that David came with us to NFT NYC, and loved it. That's him screaming in the background. But
He looks like he's punching that person in the face. You ever see that?
punching. Oh,
That fist right there.
getting very excited. It was really fun, and one of the things I think that was really great and important about it. A couple of things. Well, first off, you guys see that everyone saw that we're serious about being here in the community. It's the little types of events like these. How do I put this? These are the things that really define an NFT group culture. The people who came by had such a good time. We've heard it again and again where everyone came to New York to kind of meet people in NFTs, get to talk, and I heard it again and again from a lot of people that they'd go to these parties that were very impersonal. It almost felt like being at a bar or a nightclub and you really couldn't talk to anyone. And everyone really loved how we had it set up with kind of a fun, weird activity, and people hang out in groups around it. It just made it really easy to connect, and that was by design. We're really keen on getting together a real culture for all of us and a family. And I know, for example, if I got to see any of you guys out at one of these events, I'd be very excited to see you. And that's what we wanted to, that's what we want to foster. So this was the first, hopefully, of many events. And it went really well. I think everyone had a really great time. I think we even have a couple other videos in here. Let's see, what's this one? That's Dutch from the Ape List smashing a keyboard by hand.
Oh, that's Dutch?
That's Dutch, yeah. The first one was JRAF. I went in with JRAF and the Ape List guys. They came by. And so I was the one doing the slow motion video. I think some other people have video of Bree doing some of these. Oh god, this is me. The funny part about this though is other people figured out that the keyboards don't work well on the counter. And you'll see, great, this is hilariously long. So, and you'll see it just you just slam it and it just it's like a flat thing on a flat piece of metal. It just slams and compresses. Other people were putting them like across between these two, and that's how they were breaking them, by putting them like diagonally between the bars. If I had only known.
You should have asked us.
I didn't think I needed to figure out how to break a keyboard. Although I've never tried before. Yeah, the Smash Party was really great. Let's see. We got a lot of comments from people about how they were running around to a lot of things, but they really like sat down and hung out with us because they could tell that, you know, they had a good time. They really want to connect. Like the Discord, a lot of people are finding us a home, which I really love. Did you have any thoughts from the Smash Party? Any of your favorite things?
I mean, it was fun to connect with people, and it was also fun to break stuff. I feel like I remember someone, I don't remember who it was, but someone was like, oh man, I really needed this. Like, you know, I think they were just having like a rough couple of days, and they were like, oh, that was really nice.
I also think that it kind of like, it defines a little bit of what we want to do with the project. You know, it's like we always want to have fun, weird activities, and not just like your standard run-of-the-mill get-togethers on stuff too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. So that was the Smash Party, and David got to come to NFT NYC, of course. I'm going to run you guys through a little bit of some of the things that we did. This first event was the Board Hospitality event. It was in this kind of really interesting penthousey bar thing. And Board Hospitality is a Bored Ape group out of New York. And the view up here was incredible. There is Bree taking a photo, and not knowing that I was taking a photo of her. Isn't that a great photo of you taking a photo?
Oh, that's awesome.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
Empire State Building at sunset. Beautiful day. Beautiful day. And that's the guy who runs the Bored Hospitality group in New York. He's a Bored Ape. I think that's his mutant up above, with the violinist. This was a Wagme beer, and these guys came out from Germany, and it
Tastes like Wagme.
It tasted so good. They're like, you want a beer from Belgium?
I kept seeing that guy. He was so nice too. He's like, oh, hi.
I know.
Very sweet.
We gotta make sure we have his I think we've had his information. Yeah, he was really great, and I really gotta say, Belgian beer tastes amazing, especially when it's like given to you fresh, cold out of someone else's. He had a cooler with him that he was bringing around to the parties to give people this, and like you'd scan a QR code on their T-shirts. It was really funny. That's David, and on the so that's if you're looking at this, it's me on the left, Bree on the bottom, David in the amazing hat, and that's Murph from Decentraland. One of the things I'm going to be talking about later, but Decentraland, love this guy. Met him our first NFT NYC. He's in charge of events in Decentraland. Super cool guy. This is outside Ape Fest. They had a huge Curtis. Look at the size of that guy. And that's David with Curtis looking bored. That's all of us with David looking less bored. But it's okay because the guard in the background looks completely bored. So they held Ape Fest outside on a pier. This was outside before you got in. The lines to get in were much better this year. Really nice and fast. Once you were inside, we waited like over an hour for a Nathan's hot dog.
That was on Monday, I will say.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, I
It was the
think
worst.
it got better.
Yeah, it's pretty funny though. Like, how do I put this? If anyone knows Nathan's hot dog, they're kind of like they're known because they're at Coney Island for so long. But if you know them, they're like the skinniest hot dogs possible, and they only gave you one of them. Like, no one out.
That's not like a total fat boy complaint right there, but those are the best hot dogs in the world.
Nathan's?
Oh man, I believe so. They taste the best. Well, the history is they're the most prevalent kosher hot dogs from the New York area.
Yeah, I mean, I'm from New York. Maybe it was special to people who weren't from New York. Are you from New York, Ghost? You still here, Ghost?
Yeah, I'm here. I hear you.
Are you from New York?
Oh, well, I was born in New York, yeah, but I was raised in the Mid East.
Okay, got it. So that's good to hear. It's good to hear that people like dug it. Like I lived most of my life in New York before coming out here, and like for me, Nathan's hot dogs aren't a big thing because they're everywhere in New York. Like so
Yeah,
when you get
but when you move out of New York, you don't get them, and you crave them, and you have to go to certain certain grocery stores to find them.
Okay, fair enough. But would you ever have just one for a meal?
Oh hell no! You gotta get a pair. You gotta get two.
Right.
And all the way with chili, mustard, and onions on it.
Right, and so
Exactly.
they had you waiting for like an hour and a half for like one Nathan's hot dog, and they wouldn't give you a second one. It was just like it it didn't seem very well thought out. Let's put it that way.
Well, I'll grant you that. I don't think, as much as I love them, I walked past a million vendors and looked at them like, no, I'm not doing it. Because first of all, the hot dog cartridges, that idea and my stomachs don't agree half the time. I don't know. Maybe my experiences in street vendors in Mexico has got me shook a little bit, but the germaphobe in me still just can't do it. And
Right.
you're right, they are slim. So I've always done. I fallen in love with cooking them out when I was in Virginia, D.C. on the grill. We just go get a bunch of packs of them, and I would put them on the grill. And then you're right, I would eat one, or eat two, because they are slim, they're skinny. And the disappointment on top of that, if you actually go to the Nathan's, is I'm a food connoisseur, I'm a foodie, and their French fries suck. So one hot dog, if you try to offset it with a French fry, then you actually don't even get to the French fries because they're not tasty. So I understand your gripe.
The actual irony of that is that I actually kind of like the French fries coming from New York, but that there you go.
Well, I don't know what was gonna happen.
It had to happen. It was interesting too. So like the everything was outside up on a pier. Like it was actually on top of that building that you guys were seeing. So here's the concert. That first night they had LCD sound, and the lines did get better after the first night. I'll say that. Like when we went back for the second night, I think the food lines were a lot better. Although we didn't wait in the first hour, and we did wait outside in the line for Bored and Hungry, which also was a very
Well,
very
I
long
heard
line.
from other people that didn't go Monday night, like someone was talking about how like great, like how well organized. I was like, I guess you didn't go Monday night.
Right, like Monday was the bad one. One funny thing here's a little clip of Amy Schumer came out the first night of Ape Fest. Here, hold on a second.
And I think so. Give it up if you're a millionaire. Oh my god. You guys, I'm not being like paid that well for this, so if anybody has like a sort of better corporate opportunity, I'll do Sloth Fest, Ferret Fest, anything. I don't know what NFT stands for. I'm assuming it's looking out, not fucking tonight. Is that correct? Do I have that right? This is the first time my son is seeing me perform. Okay, good. You're married? I know you're not fucking then. No, my husband and I have found that the best weekday to have sex is always tomorrow. Is anybody else, right? You're like, oh, we ate today. Maybe tomorrow, that'll be our big day. Did anybody see all these airplanes? Did anybody see Top Gun? It was fucking good, right? I loved it. Did you know that Tom Cruise does all his own Scientology? That's a crowd pleaser, right? Is anybody here? Anybody here in Scientologist? Jennifer Lawrence is the face of Dior, and I am the body of mayo. Did anyone see? I was in a mayonnaise commercial. I really like to picture the marketing meeting, when people are like pitching, like who should we use? They're like, who looks like they eat mayo? They're like, Schumer, every meal. They're like, okay. Okay, that's safe, right? That's just a drone. You guys know nothing to worry about that. People say this is a dangerous time for comedians. You heard what happened to Chappelle, that whole thing. Yeah. But I'm brave. I'm on the front lines at the Bored Ape Fest. That's right. Working for 10 minutes a night. That's where the true heroes are, doing God's work. So when you're pregnant, everybody loves to give you advice. You know, and my friend, she kept saying, you gotta do prenatal yoga. You have to do prenatal yoga. So I immediately signed up for a C-section. And there are 3 women here. I know you guys are, but I see there's a lot of old souls here, is what I like to say. The rich guys, they like to date a girl with an old 23-year-old pussy, but an old soul, right? A golden girl soul.
So
That's ridiculous.
Does she know me?
Oh man. Yeah, she was on fire. I think she also made a joke about $100,000 PFP. Someone must have clued her into what went on with that controversy.
Well, she said, I think she said 6K because the current value at the time. She
Oh,
made a
really?
joke about it.
Yeah. It was pretty funny. There were more girls at Ape Fest this time than there were back in November, right?
Yeah, I mean, it was much bigger though, so I don't really know.
That's true. There's also one of the oddest things about Ape Fest. Oh, this is they had some videos playing inside. So the coolest thing about these is that we've got some live videos here, some live photos, which
burgers and potions.
let's see. I think that this was the first night was LCD Sound System and Future.
Was it Quest the first?
Oh,
time?
sorry,
I think it was
Quest.
Quest.
Right. Oh, one of the funniest things about Ape Fest was that there was a VIP area. Like a slightly noticeably better VIP area that you could look into. And it was kind of funny. On some level it's almost like a it was almost like comedian performance art. Like, how do we take people who have the most expensive access token in the world and make them feel like they can't quite get into the right party?
That's what I'm
You
thinking.
know,
Yeah.
I really felt that way. I was like pissed off. Why the fuck is there a VIP? This whole thing is supposed to be VIP. These are NFTs that cost $300,000 on average. Get the fuck out of here.
Right?
It was almost like some brilliant performance art, but it wasn't.
Right. Like that would almost be something that I would want to play like as a joke on the Bored Apes, is to like throw a party that, you know, had an area where they can get hot dogs and bad pizza, but then have with like, and literally it was like a fishbowl. You could, if you went to the stands where they have for people to sit, you can look into the bar that was the VIP area that had like an arcade
It was
machine.
like a fishbowl. Right.
It had like an arcade machine in there. They got a pool table. Like they had a bar with no line. People could just walk up to. It was really fun. And then you'd hear stories about how like Beeple was back there, and it was Ghost. I'm really glad that we weren't the only ones that ended up walking away with that feeling. You did too, huh?
Oh no! Not only did I walk away from that with that feeling the first day, but the second day I was determined to get the fuck in there.
Did you do it? Did you get in?
Yeah, I got in. Listen.
Hey!
I haven't always been wealthy. I used to sneak in. I've snuck in better places than that goddamn Bored Ape Yacht Club VIP. I'll tell you that.
The security looked a little lax, but like we had the director of The Simpsons in tow, and like I didn't quite feel like trying to sneak him in. Like, but wait, tell us about the inside. What was there? Better food? What was going on in there?
Well, when I got in there was no food. The first time I got in there, it was close to closing time. It was like maybe an hour before closing time. people had been in there earlier that night as well. This was the second. This was the third night. This was Wednesday. Yeah. So and I was just like trying to figure out what was the difference was there. The only difference was that the drink, the cups at the bar were bigger. The line was smaller.
So what I'm hearing is
Yeah, who
essentially and what?
There was a few hot chicks in there who knew nothing about NFTs. Then there was I'm like, how did this bimbo get in here? What the hell? Like, you know, oh man. And then there's some dude that had no idea about, you know, how did this fucking asshole get in? So I'm like, but then I did meet some wonderful ladies who were Bored Apes actually, and knew a ton of shit about NFTs, and they were from the tech sector. So that was really cool. And then there were a couple guys that I had met online that I ran into in there. And then I got to hang out with Spotty Wi-Fi in there.
Oh, that's where Spotty was.
Yeah. He performed at our second NFT. Our 420 event in LA for WePunks. And but I didn't get to hang out with him that night. I was fucking working and agonizing over the mint. You remember that? And
I love Spotty. Spotty, actually, we got Spotty got to hang out with David and I for about half an hour talking NFTs end of the night one night, and it was really fun. Spotty was so cute. Spotty was like, so you think you can get a cheetah pattern on on the cat? That's really cool though. So that's it. Like, I kind of wondered, did you get in there earlier any other night? Was anything else going on?
The last night I got in there a little bit earlier, but I didn't stay long because the last night was, by the time I got in there, I mean, there was just so much shit on the stage. I just like gravitated towards the stage and stayed up front probably for like 2.5-3 hours, like a kid at a NSYNC concert or some shit like it. I worked my way to the front, and I was like, I'm not gonna pee. I'm not gonna get no more drinks. I double fisted 2 drinks on the way up there, and that was it. By the time I got there, I was like, all right, well, fuck it, man. You know, I told myself next time I gotta bring a girlfriend, a date, or an assistant, or somebody to run and get drinks for my ass. And I was up there just thirsty for the last hour.
I love how your first thought is girlfriend or date to get drinks for you.
Well, I mean, listen.
Don't call her your
dating
assistant.
culture.
What the last night it was
Right now.
Snoop Dogg, Eminem, right? Who was playing?
First, let's see. Well, the first notable thing is that what's his name came out. Eminem came out with Snoop, and they introduced a video last night, and the video was with both of their apes, and man, it's got like 5,000 plays on YouTube now.
I think they made a song that like premiered there.
Oh, I didn't know that they actually did a video and a song.
Yeah.
Hold on. I'm gonna look for that on YouTube.
Here, hold on a second. I'll find it for you.
Yeah, drop the link in chat. I mean, because if I just pull it up, I got Otters React to Popcorn Maker, and I will just start watching that shit.
Otters! What were we talking about?
Yeah, seriously.
I would like to see the otter video.
Here it is right here. See, share, a copy.
Can you throw the link in voice chat?
Yeah, I'll do it right now. Yeah, so that was I got a good video of that.
Get the Jack Harlow meal. Now at KFC.
My tribe has lived on this land.
Hold on a second. When I get past the ads, I'll bring it up. Whoops. Nope. What did I do here? Oh. Okay. So, curious to take a look at the beginning of this. I didn't realize there was a video that they're putting on.
Check. What the fuck? Yo, why is it so smoky in here, man? Yo, Snoop, are you blowing smoke in here? Ain't no smoke in here. Everything is clear in here. Yo,
Okay,
I
that's
can't
pretty
even
funny.
breathe in here. Just spit them legs, Slim. You tripping.
Yeah. It's been a minute. This probably should have happened a while ago. Fuck it. We're here now, though. Let's go. Yeah. Man, what the fuck? Yo, Snoop. Oh, yo, let me see them bugs. I can't even. Man, that's just the size of my hand, dog. That's just gonna make me relapse. The fuck? That's how I know that I'm in the studio with the doggy in California. Cause my homie from Long Beach always got that bomb weed. That's why I feel a calm breeze. Yeah. Every time I palm trees, get it? Just like that blonde bleach. I went platinum, then so did.
All right, so I love the lead-in. Basically, it's Snoop Dogg gets Eminem high enough that he thinks he's a bored ape.
That seems accurate.
It's cool. I have to watch it later.
They're using each of their apes, and then to that,
They're using each of their apes and what?
they're using their actual apes in the video here. And then after the video plays, Eminem just like disappears. He like sneaked off to the side and then sneaked out. I thought he was gonna stick around and perform those. I actually kind of felt cheated.
Huh.
Don't let me get into that. I'll get into gripe mode again. But
Oh, right, because it was just Snoop Dogg performing and not Snoop and Eminem.
No, well, that's one. They tease us with Eminem. If they were gonna do that and him disappear, they should have done that at the end, I believe. That's easy for someone to put on shows and nothing to discuss with this, but that's just my take. But the main thing is, my main gripe about Snoop is Snoop as DJ Snoop Dizzle, which is one of his DJ personas, which means he doesn't perform his catalog, which boils down to what's the difference? What his catalog means his own music.
Oh,
right.
right. He's performing as a DJ, not as Snoop Dogg.
Yes, he basically just DJ'd music the whole time. You heard one or two of his songs in the beginning of him starting to DJ, but after that, it was like the whole thing was him DJing music, and then it was kind of like it was a hip hop version of watching a cover band that was being performed by a famous DJ.
That's interesting.
His song everybody knew, but he didn't do his actual music.
I feel like
he came from behind. He had a huge DJ booth they built up there, and he came from behind it like one time.
I feel like DJ sets are cheaper. A lot of the time.
They had a dancing ape. His ape. They put a really nice ape head on some dope ass dancers. Dude danced his ass off. He danced the whole show, and he was dancing as Snoop's ape, and that was pretty cool.
Huh.
Yeah,
that is interesting.
And a la Snoop Dogg, he had a couple strip poles. I saw those when I saw the strip poles coming out. I said, "All right, Snoop Dogg's coming on stage soon. Let me go over here," because I knew that had to be Snoop, and I was right. And he had a couple of the hottest strippers on the stage. One of the strippers, dancers, excuse me. One of the dancers was one of the girls who performed. Was the one girl who performed at our 420 event.
Oh, no way.
Yep.
Oh, that's really funny.
Yeah. Cool.
That's awesome.
I didn't even notice. My social media manager was there. She's like, "You know who that is, right?" I was like, "No." She's like, "That's the girl who performed at 420." I said, "Oh, okay, yeah, cool."
It's interesting. It was interesting. I one thing that was really interesting to me is that I remember last Ape Fest there was like a concert room and a lot more hangout space, and I gravitated towards spending more time in the hangout space. And this one, it was a little hard to get away from the concert, so we actually found there's like the bleachers up in the back where we were sitting in, and we kind of started having more fun when we were back there because you could talk to people. But oh yeah,
wasn't that like the little VIP area? Those bleachers in the back?
No, not the VIP area. They weren't VIP. There was on that side. On the other side, there's like a covered bench area.
And you could stare into the VIP.
And you could stare into the VIP area from there.
Okay, well, excuse me. Let me quantify my gripe about the Snoop Dogg thing. The difference is, DJ Snoop Dizzle and whatever his other DJ persona is that does rave music, it costs between $75 and $125 to book him for an event for that.
Sure.
Okay. To do him for using his catalog, it's rumored to be between $200 and $250,000 on average. Now, something like this, he probably would have added. He might have $300,000 or $400,000. But so the fuck what? They cheesed out. They fucking, you could fucking just keep and didn't do what they could have done and done a dope ass performance with Snoop, who followed up. Oh, I almost forgot. He followed up Weezy. Lil Wayne came out before, and Lil Wayne put on a fucking show.
Interesting. I mean,
I feel like they might have spent like a lot of money on the venue and
Yeah.
having trouble with like the amount of people that they're gonna have like try to make happy by being able to attend, and finding a big enough venue because
That's possible.
You know,
They did a whole fucking year. That's absurd.
last year they only had the warehouse party one night, and it was really cool. I mean, they had Beck played and the Strokes played, and someone else played too after the Strokes.
it was like a rapper. I think it was Little Baby. I don't know who that is, but people that liked him were excited.
You know Little Baby, Trapper?
Yeah. Well, I've never met him. Yeah, I know Lil Baby. No, listen. I think they did that all wrong. I think they should have done a bigger venue and had us all able to go there at one night. And if they're gonna have a second night or preceding night, it'll be optional. But the idea of having to be lucky to see what the tour that you would have liked, I'm not sure I like that. Like performance lottery type of shit. I mean, there's venues in New York City that could have held all what 20, is it even 20,000 of us, including you, so maybe 15,000, 14,000 or something like that.
Yeah, it's interesting. I want to when we're not in the middle of an AMA, let's unwrap that a little longer. Some of the things that I could think of was that by having the store, they probably had a hard time finding a place that you could have the store and everything in there. And by having the store in there, like people are online the whole night for some of those just for the store part of it. Like, definitely everyone wouldn't be able to get to the store if it was one night. They did the store another day, and it was the whole day. I don't know. I go back and forth. I go back and forth on that. Like it was interesting. But the one thing that I do remember very much from ApeFest that was kind of hilarious was the first night they had ice cream set up, like it was a line for ice cream, and they didn't put the ice cream mixer under the awning, so it was like an ice cream maker in the sun, so it just came out as kind of like melted, and it was pretty funny. And by this, we went back Wednesday, and they had turned it into milkshakes, and it was the exact same thing, but they had just like given up and they called it milkshakes. It
was kind of impressive, though, the turnaround.
The pivot on that one.
Pivot. I was like, good on you for creative.
That's what's called improvising right there.
The what? Improvising.
That's improvisation.
Yeah, no, it was really great. Let's see. Moving on from ApeFest, because ApeFest, I mean, we still had a blast too. It was awesome. This was the one of the best installations at the whole thing was the Cool Cat installation.
It was very cool.
It was very, very cool. Let's see. Here's.
Look at this.
There's a little video of the whole thing. Is this another one?
It's like the same thing.
A better version of the exact same thing that I just showed. Perfect. And Bree's doing it because me and David just walked by. And here's a little panorama of the whole thing. But it was wild. So you went through all these areas, and as you went from area to area, you could get points for activities, and then they gave out, you could win merch based on it. And they had a merch store in there, but you could also win merch. And it was wild. These were interactive flowers. that. Let's see. Oh, this was a cute little box that when you click it. So when you got in, you got one of these RFID wrist controllers. This was an obstacle course. It's a little forest area. This is
Maybe try it again.
And that was Bree very cutely using her RFID wrist bracelet to open it. And so it tracked what you did in there based on the RFID bracelet. Oh, and here's David doing it.
Do it again.
And there are lots of fun activities there. Let's see. I'm gonna turn the sound off, but these were little flowers that lit up when you tapped them.
This is at the Cool Man's Universe?
This was Cool Cats.
Oh, Cool Cats. Okay, all right.
Yeah, and this was the clip that we like to call Indiana David and the Temple of Cool Cats. This was a whole obstacle course, and the faster you ran it, the more points you got. And then you'd build up points, and at the end of it, you go to the merch store, and you can get a free item with the points and buy stuff as well.
This is actually pretty dope.
Right? Dude,
But
this...
you know, I'm mad jelly about this, but I mean, you know, they've got millions of dollars to put this type of shit on, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, and look at this. This is the whole game. So that's 4 people that you've got on the right there. One guy's on the steering wheel, one guy's speeding it up and slowing it down, and then you've got 2 people on cannons pulling to shoot. This is a huge interactive game that they had as part of the installation. It's amazing what Cool Cats put together for this.
And we got a great star of 1.
Yeah, we got the worst score of absolutely anyone.
Everyone else is getting 2 stars though, so we didn't feel that bad.
I felt hilariously bad.
I felt bad, but
Yeah.
I was like, at least all the people before us weren't getting like 4 or 5 stars. So I was like,
Here's another clip of it. Yeah, there's the big octopus. Big octopus at the end of it.
I was trying so hard to.
There's Bree and David with the cool cat. There's me and David with the cool cat. There's Bree and David at the Cool Cat Town Hall. If you had a cool cat, it would come up there and you could take a picture with it. It would be hanging out in the town hall with you. This was an interactive display that you walked by and Cool Cats tracked your motion. It was really, they went all out. This was the milk bar. This is the food at the Cool Cat thing. It was the only thing that wasn't impressive about it.
Hey, the shake was okay.
The shake was amazing.
The shake was great.
Yes.
It was cute and Instagrammable, you know.
Right. Oh, this is upside down Cool Cat. Do I have a picture of the food? Oh yeah. So it's hard to tell from here because I used a wide angle, made it really good. The shakes were great. That little thing, that pizza, that was their pizza, and it's a wide angle, so it looks bigger there than it actually was. It it was about the size of, like, if you put your palm out, it's about the size of your palm, or at least the size of my palm. And to give you an idea for scale, that is the one pepperoni that could fit on it and the one cherry tomato.
It looked like miniature hot messes.
Yeah, that's about right. And it was $5. But the
What? They charged you for that?
but the milkshakes were, well, you could win it with points, but we paid instead. The milkshakes were really great though.
Are those burgers?
No. So this is milkshakes. These were Rainbow Cloud grilled cheeses. That one, I swear to God, that one looked like it had a bite taken out of it, doesn't it?
Well, that's why I was wondering if they were like shaped like Cool Cats or something.
No, and it.
Maybe it's supposed to be shaped like a star.
I think it's supposed to be like a cloud, like one of the clouds that maybe. They're like these rainbow glitter grilled cheeses, and they kind of look really cool, but like it tasted like someone had cooked them like that morning and just left them out.
I think we can move on.
Okay, let's move on.
Insulting their food.
Yeah, but the Cool Cats installation was amazing. This is the upside down room. And that is all of us in the upside down room. Yeah, they did a really great job on it. It was pretty much, I think, the best installation of NFT NYC, hands down.
What night was this on?
It was during the day, all 3 days.
Look, I know we moved on from 8Fest, but I'm going to mention here that I think spreading out 8Fest amongst 4 nights, it's harder for you to go to some dope events. Because I wanted to go to 8Fest every fucking night, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think you're supposed to not be able to get into it every night, but like I know a bunch of apes that did. Did you get in every night?
I was born circumventing, so yeah. So yeah. I got in every night except for Monday. I didn't get in Monday night. I got in Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
Yo, next time I'm gonna ask you about that one.
Yeah.
The Doodles thing. So that's the little badge that they gave you. It's a little hard to see, but Doodles actually had some. They took over Times Square. You can see 1, 2.
There's a little duplicate.
Guy, and there's a little duplicate. Yeah, a little duplicator over down
There's
there.
something down there too.
That does look vaguely rainbowish, doesn't it?
That is definitely a Doodles thing. That's like their.
But this isn't over here.
No, that's not. But that is down.
This looks like it. Yeah. Yeah. All of that, and they couldn't buy people drinks for the party.
For the one party.
For the one party.
They did on the Holders Lounge.
The Holders Lounge was
2 days,
awesome.
so.
Yeah. This was on the way down to their main party. Let's see. This was at World of Women. Oh, so a little known the Doodles. Well, no, we'll talk about it more when we get to the Holders party. This was World of Women. World of Women had the best food. This is a pancake bot that was making pancakes in the shape of the World of Women logo.
The only projects that were good at feeding people was World of Women and Crypto Chicks.
Yeah, ironically, the
Of course, the women are gonna feed you right. You know, the rest of these things are probably ran by dudes.
I don't want to be like, I don't want to be that not progressive,
Hey,
but
there are like girls on the Bored Ape team, so you know.
yeah.
Well, I don't know where the hell their taste buds were at, because I took 2 looks at that fucking pizza and I was like, I'm not putting that in my mouth.
You know, okay.
Nor will I wait in line for it.
Ghost, I actually had thought about that. I think what was going on there is I think that the venue required them to use their catering, is what I would guess, because the Bored and Hungry truck had to be outside, on the dock, instead of inside, and they said the Bored and Hungry were going to cater it. That's the only way that I could figure out that they got that level of pizza in New York.
Yeah, that may be it. But I mean, it's blasphemy to have that bad pizza in New York. I mean, that's like That's like going to New Orleans and getting gumbo served to you and it tastes like something you get out of high school. I mean, come on now.
I can't comment. What I will say is that the world of that was I pretty much made that exact joke. How can you mess with pizza in New York?
Those cupcakes were amazing.
Yeah.
I think I had like 3.
I actually have a lot of sympathy for Bored Apes on the pizza after we were forced to use the bar's bar food for pizza. And they're like, no, it's really good. It's like really great catering pizza. I was like, okay, it's New York. They know what good pizza is. It was horrendous. And next time,
Bar's bar food?
Yeah, we had to use the bar food for pizza. And like in New York, they're like, no, we use the service. It's really good.
Bored Apes pizza was
better
than ours.
Yeah. Yeah. That's all I'm gonna say about that. But World of Women had a whole buffet with like eggs Benedict and
yeah, they had a whole like fancy breakfast.
Yeah, they fed your ass. It was a great party, and got to hang out and meet people.
I wish you'd have took some pizza with you when you came to the end of the week. Because I guess we already packed it up. Because man, I ended up having like three big boxes of La Famiglia pizza. That's the best pizza in New York City, if you ask me.
We're gonna throw down and debate over what the best pizza is in New York City, but it looked good. It looked good. When you start talking about the best pizza in New York City, that's like almost a religious battle for New Yorkers. So I don't get into that debate.
Yeah, that's true.
But your pizza looked damn good, man.
That's a hell of a doodle to leave up there, Josh.
Oh yeah, so
for that amount of time.
So Doodles had stickers, and someone gave Bree some too. This is Bree at the Doodles had split. What they did is they split up their thing. Unlike South by Southwest, they had the party night was in a big place of the presentation, and then they went to the Doodle Factory. This is kind of like where they did the mint. It was like a little like their shop, and it was like a little shop and interactive experience. This was cool. So if you take a look, they had these machines, and as they the robots, and as they moved, you can look through and see what was on the screen. Otherwise, you couldn't see it.
So cool.
So that's one thing that we thought was really cool about the Doodles party and or the Doodles, like the kind of shop that they had. And let's see. This is the duplicator machine where you'd go in and you'd reserve your Genesis box. Some of the...
What was in the Genesis box? I didn't even get a chance to do none of that shit.
The Genesis box is a wearable for the upcoming Doodles 2.
Oh, okay, that's right.
Yeah. This is a large, this Zen Doodle here is a large version of a vinyl toy that you could buy. That's Bree with one of the little plastic duplicators.
It was like he's in awe.
And all right. This was the first time that we went there. It was actually kind of funny. It was the first time we went there. Then we went there again with David a couple days later. This is at the Bored Apes, and everyone's throwing their stickers up of their apes, and you can see Bree through her one, like, who's that little doodle in there? Like, right there.
Just making my mark.
Spent a lot of time connecting with Ape Fest. As you guys know, they were one of the main marketing people for the Cockadoodles release, and things are looking really good for them being back on board for Silverman. So that is not a small announcement, because that's going to be really great. When they worked with us on Cockadoodles, they had about 25,000 followers on Twitter, or we saw them go from 20 to 26, and now I think they're at over 120,000 followers on Twitter. Yeah. Love those guys. Good cats. We already went through this stuff. This is our second day, and there's this robot that would talk to you.
Senses. Would you like me to smile for a photo? I know. I am adorable.
It would actually have conversations with you, which is really fun.
I love David's look.
And here's I don't know if you guys have seen this before. This is the video show. David getting his David reserving his Genesis box. I think this might be his first official NFT that he owns. Genesis box is interesting. It's really interesting what they did with the bucket sale, but I'm not sure it's been great for secondary. I love those all the little touches on this machine were great.
It's so cute.
It's so cute.
Like a Dr. Seuss book.
Right? It's funny, it was taking so long. By the second day, they just had people like running people through the line on the first two, and they kept one of these open for people to have experiences and worked much better. And you also got this souvenir NFT NYC Doodles gold card. Get it? It's a gold card. Bree and I both have those. So the Doodles thing was really fun. We'll get to, this wasn't the Holders Lounge, so that was the store. We went through the Cool Man's Universe installation, which was really cute as well. We actually both won Cool Man t-shirts there. Better than anybody else, pretty much. There's one of those things, you know, the toy grabber things, which is like the claw that you move to pick up a ball or a toy. That's what people are looking in there in Adopt a Spesh back there. This is the Doodles Holders Lounge, and this was like the little entryway to it, and it was in a Mexican restaurant. They had a rainbow drink, which I guess is supposed to prompt you to rainbow puke later, right?
It didn't.
It didn't?
Yeah, I guess I didn't have enough.
Disappointed? And one of the big news out of this is that we met the Doodles team. This is Evan, or Tulip. And this is us with Burnt Toast. He actually did a little drawing for us on our passes, and that's Mushy, if you guys know Mushy. And one of the big things about this is that they actually said that they were okay with what we were doing, which is really nice. And because isn't that cool? Not only that, but so one of the takeaways from that for us is that, since they had to go after Squiggles because Squiggles were like just literally copying them and, taking their IP rights, but we're not. And they said that they were okay with that stuff and what we were doing, what other derivatives were doing, which is really wonderful because it means that the next thing I'm going to be looking into is getting you guys IP rights for your cockadoodles so you can use them for stuff.
Hell yeah. Nice.
Hell yeah.
Yep. So that's one of the big announcements of the day. Also, Burnt Toast wants to meet David. So you can try to set up next time he's in LA. And that's a shot I got from Burnt Toast and Mushy, their community manager. Love those guys. Really great. And Burnt Toast follows me now. He was already following Bree. Oh, and this is a cute doodle dog that someone had at the So that's one of the big notes on the doodle front that I thought you guys would really like to hear. Let's see. Got some other stuff coming up soon, a little later in the AMA. This was the big Goblin Burger truck that was driving around. You can see some videos of them on around Twitter, but it was really, really funny. I thought it was really great of them to do, and they're just handing out burgers to people. I've got any video of it, but there was a goblin in there at one point. And then one of the big things that happened was we were in the Madonna show. World of Women had Madonna. Little pre-show. She had all sorts of aerialists and all sorts of transgender performers.
There was a drag Madonna, and a bunch of people thought the drag Madonna was actually Madonna at points.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome.
It was
Very
wild.
great.
Let's see. That was a stage. That's how close we were to the stage, by the way. Like, it's a small venue. Some of the dancers. Let's see. This is the not Madonna. And what's really funny about that is like you were saying, multiple people thought that was Madonna,
Yeah,
right?
someone had this great shot of the drag performer as Madonna, and they were like, "Oh my god, I got the most amazing shot of Madonna!" And then you see them retweet it later, they're like, "I found out this isn't Madonna."
Yeah, wait, here's Madonna coming out. Let's see. What, Ghost?
I said, look at her move those hips.
I know, right?
I think this was actually the first time she did this show.
This new show.
Somebody was saying it's like her.
Yeah, it's like her new show. She had these crazy Spanish rappers, Mexican possibly, but there were two of them.
She's Colombian. Look at that ass.
Possibly.
We have no idea who they were, but they were amazing.
Yeah. Since being with Brie, I've stopped trying to identify girls' locations based on their asses.
I can
I didn't
imagine.
know you did that before.
To be fair, I didn't do that before either. But it's amazing that you can look at a girl and go, "Wow, I know where that ass is from."
Or approximately how much they paid for it in Southern California.
Are you all finally here?
This is
Better party to go to?
Not even fucking show.
This is funny, and these are some more of the performers, the drag performers that she had. Well, some of them are drag. And this was kind of the finale, give you an idea of the club that we were in. We were in Terminal 5, and just small, intimate club with freaking Madonna. There's a World of Women party on Thursday night. Oh, they even had a bunch of girls dressed up as the World of Women characters.
And the drinks, I think, were much stronger there than anywhere else.
The drinks were stronger. The Madonna was very strong.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a great.
Was the food okay? Did they hit the trifecta of food, drinks, and ambiance?
This was their club night. They fed us the other day, but
they did have cupcakes and stuff here, so that was more than
cupcakes and donuts. They had this huge cupcakes and donuts window. You just walk up any time of night and grab a donut. So yeah. Yeah, I think they pretty much hit the trifecta there. And I think that's our that's part one of the AMA, which is our NFT NYC wrap up. That was really great. It was so wonderful being out there, and it was so wonderful having David out there. He really had a great time, and it's one thing to Zen Logic posted the floor is lava. Yeah, it was a floor is lava obstacle course. MLP5. Hi guys. Hi MLP LPS. It's like one thing to tell David what's important. It's another thing to have spotty Wi-Fi sit down with David and tell him how important it is to Spotty to have like, a cheetah themed NFT. It was really great getting him out there and getting him in the culture. And it was also really great for us to connect with the Doodles and the Doodles team, even briefly about what we were doing. I think that made you really happy, right?
Yeah, that was really nice.
Because you never know as the artist how they feel about doing stuff in the style, right?
Yeah.
Didn't Tulip like get a big laugh out of them?
Oh yeah.
So that was really wonderful. So moving on to the next part of our AMA is talking about what we're doing back here. Woohoo! First is for the Cockadoodles, we are deep into working on the utility for it. One thing that I started unwrapping is metaverse stuff. I've already started exploring the specs for Decentraland. And one thing that I wanted to bring up is that I've got 3 parcels of other side land. It's one of my primary desires to develop there. So I'm already kind of looking at, Decentraland is based in Unity, which I have some experience in. That's what we did BRC VR in. Other side is based in the Unreal Engine, but used to be a character soup. So I'm looking at ways of setting up the assets so that they can be exported to either or set up in one and brought to the other. And I don't know if did everyone see that the other side did a stress test demo. And it went really, really amazing. Hold on a second.
Check out this Verbo.
And let's wait until this YouTube ad goes by. So if you haven't seen the stress test, if you had an other side land a couple days ago, you could log in. And
I missed it. Did you do it?
I did it. It was amazing. Yeah, they said like 2,000 to 3,000. Look at this. This is in a web browser.
Failover test complete. Results pending.
I mean, literally thousands of people, and this was just in a web browser. And I've heard gamers who were in there just talk about how
Success, data recorded.
How amazing.
Thank you,
this
Voyagers.
was.
That was a successful scale test. We thank you immensely for your time. We got a huge amount of data. We will report back with more results
Very
as they
smooth,
arrive.
right? Yeah. Unbelievable.
Tech team channel. Please complete.
So I want to see chickens in here. That's all I'm saying. So that's one of the things that we are in process on, and another thing that we're in process on, I will turn over to Bree, which is merch.
So we've been working on merch, and
you want to show, or sorry, hold on a second. Hold on a second. There we go.
We've been working on merch, and we're really close to got a lot of designs, kind of wrapping it up, and I'm excited to say we've been making some stuff for both genders. So it's a nice selection for male and females, and I think if you love cockadoodles and want to represent it, there's something in there for you. We're getting ready to order samples like for quality check, and we have a little sneak peek for you.
You guys want to see a sneak peek?
Oh yeah, I do.
Woohoo!
I do.
Let's go.
Yay! Oh, and ML5 saying yeah and the ching. Okay, hold on. Here we go. We'll show you one of the items that we've been working on.
Yeah, we're getting a couple of those.
I'm getting this.
That it really does look like a chicken that's got up very, very early in the morning and has had a lot of coffee, doesn't it?
Yeah. Chicken's had its coffee. It's ready to start its day.
Mine would probably have the cupcake on top of the head.
Now you're talking. And I don't know if we're gonna make it for the first merch drop or not, but I'm working on some tech around merch in the background in line with our utility. But we're getting really excited to get this going, along with some other really cool future stuff for Silverman that I can't talk about yet, but I'm dying to talk about with you guys. We'll keep you guys posted and let you know what's going on with the merch. Miss Dinglebuff says it's so cute. I'll bring it up one more time, just to. There you go. And no screenshotting and reposting, Corky.
He probably already did.
I wasn't gonna.
Love you. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. One of the things also that I want to let you guys know is that I'm also keeping cockadoodles very, very much in mind for as we go forward with Silverman, and thinking about, there are going to be ways that they remain relevant to Silverman after Mint. Three of them get you the whitelist before Mint, but we're going to have things that they can get you afterwards as well. I just want everyone to know that. It's also one of the reasons why we're working on all the other utilities as well, even though getting Silverman out is a priority. Supporting cockadoodles and even some upcoming stuff that we have for Barnyard Fashionistas is and has always continued to be a priority for us as well. So I thought you guys might like to hear that. Let's see. And a little update on Silverman. So we are starting to see positives in the market. Sets are selling out again, which is great. Before NFT NYC, we were kind of in a holding mode, like, do we get running with this? Do we not? Right now, we're full on working on release mode. We're in full production on the artwork. We've got an amazing internal project name that we're kind of getting ready to announce when we kind of ready to get moving on things. And it'll probably tell you a lot more about the project when you hear the name. And to give you an idea, what a lot of projects do is they'll come up with something really simple like the name, and two samples of artwork. And like the reason why you don't see the artwork the whole time is because things in Web 2, Web 3 move so fast that like they announce it and they work on the artwork and get it done and then try to kick the randomizations out at the end, which is why you get some projects 4 days for release, 5 days for reveal. Like the original idea behind reveal times were that the artwork wasn't done, so they were still working on it to get it finalized. To give you an idea, I'm already running randomization tests on Silverman, which is unheard of usually before the announcements. So we're kind of like really, really seeing how quickly we can kind of move this. And like I said, we're looking at the market, but we're definitely working in release mode now. And I'd love to announce sooner rather than later on it and get things going on that end as well. And I think those are the biggest updates on things. Did I leave anything out?
I don't think so.
Sweet. We're back. We're working. Things are moving. And I feel like there's something else that I want to talk about that I didn't talk about, but I could just be wrong. But that's it, guys. That's what we've got so far. Does anybody have any questions? We always open the floor for times like this to chat and talk and all that good stuff. Anybody? Huh. Well, there you go. If anybody has questions about how Madonna was or anything like that, feel free to ask them too. Also, the one there I see.
You can ask Dennis Rodman.
What, Ghost?
I said, or you can ask Dennis Rodman.
Is Dennis Rodman hanging with Madonna now?
No, you missed it all together. You said if anybody wants to know how Madonna was, you can ask me. I said, or you can ask Dennis Rodman.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, she dated Dennis Rodman back in the day. Yes.
Oh, like way back in the day. That's.
Oh, yeah, she actually had a streak of basketball playing brothers before she met her husband.
Huh. I did not know that. I did know that Rodman released an NFT recently. Rodman's Barbershop that I thought was going to do horribly, but somehow did well.
Oh yeah, I heard about it. I didn't check into it. It did okay?
It's like the back of his head. Let's see where it is now. Let's see. OpenSea.
To see Madonna though is one of those things like that. That's like wow, because you know she's got to be a top 25 artist all time. You know?
Oh yeah.
To see her fucking move like that, like Guy Ritchie lucked out. I mean, damn.
Well, and also to see her in a venue like that.
Yeah, a small venue, exactly. I love that type of shit. Because that tells you that they're not, just bougie. Sometimes they get up to these stars or actors get so big they don't want to come down from the clouds and do something like that, intimate wise. That's really admirable overall. I make jokes, but I love her for real.
Yeah, well, and she's kind of been in the NFT space, so it's. It's interesting seeing her kind of like backing up her being, she did that NFT with Beeple, right?
I didn't hear about that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that one.
Yeah, I don't think I could actually play that NFT here and then post the video because it's kind of like an R-rated NFT, but it's very surreal. If you just look up Madonna and Beeple, I'm sure you'll find it everywhere. Yeah, and the Cockadoodles also seem to be doing pretty well. It's funny. Bree and I have we always care about bringing you guys values, but we also don't do things that I've seen other projects do, like kind of like buy the floor, that make announcements and that kind of stuff. I did pick up a couple for Bree and I both picked up a couple of Cockadoodles for our own collections recently.
I had to get a cupcake eye.
You had to get a cupcake eye. I saw these guys. I saw this guy sitting at a very reasonable price, and I grabbed him. and also that guy, I thought was a lot of fun. So I grabbed both of those recently. Oh yeah, and I didn't have a rainbow puke, so I grabbed a rainbow puke guy, and I have worn a cowboy hat like that at Burning Man, so it works out. But the floor has actually been doing pretty well on them, and it's interesting. We've always maintained a remarkably few listed. I mean, we were down to 69. We only have 112 listed out of a set of 4,000. Only 112 listed. That's insane. I don't know any other sets like that, to be frank. And I think everyone's, everyone sees that we're working. Everyone's excited for what's coming, and that's why everyone's holding. But these they flew up to 0.1 for a little bit. Now they're kind of very thin at 0.5. Wow, that's a really good one right there on the floor. Interesting. Yeah, less than 6 to 0.6. So we think about that kind of thing a lot, but I'm curious to see what happens when Silverman gets moving and people clue in that this is how they'll be able to get on the whitelist for it. I think it's going to start to make things very, very interesting.
Forgive me for not being in the know, but give me the breakdown on Silverman, please.
Silverman is a project by the director David Silverman, the director of The Simpsons.
Yeah, I met him. We all hung out the first night I got there.
Yeah. And let's see. Oops. Let me switch over to.
Can you drop a link to that Twitter in the chat here, please?
Yep. Woody says, "Don't tempt me to sweep." Some photos there from an FTNYC. Here's, I don't know if you guys saw this one. This was a newer piece of art that he did that's, I don't know, that cat's been drinking, but he's got a shoe on his tail. And that was one of the original previews that we put out. We've been doing a lot of work behind the scenes on it. Let's see.
Story.
Huh?
The server, Discord, and the back end. Where you at? Or is that private conversation stuff?
We haven't announced the official title yet. So we haven't, like, we're getting everything ready in the background to hit hard and go fast. In this market, I don't know if we really want to do a slow build. So we want to time it right and do it right. So it's one of the reasons why I haven't released the Discord yet, because we want to make sure that everything's like ready to go, which I'm hoping is coming soon.
So us cockadoodles are getting free mints or whitelist, or what are you doing?
Holding 3 cockadoodles gets you on the whitelist for Silverman.
Cockadoodle do.
Cockadoodles do. And we've been doing a lot of stuff, like, let's see what's going on here. We've been doing different colored bodies. We've been working on different bodies. There's a whole bunch of artwork that we've been doing. I'll show you a really quick one. This is don't repost this yet. It's not finished, but a little metal one that he's been working on. And I think
kind of look like a cat's version of the OG Iron Man armor.
Right? Getting some glasses.
That's a great one.
You like that one?
Wow. Yeah.
I can relate to this guy. Glasses and well dressed.
The zoot suit.
And then zoot suit.
Yeah, he's ready for New York. Man, and there's some other great stuff that we've got cooking up for people on that I just cannot wait to get you guys to really get that rolling and get you guys more info on it. I think you guys are all going to be very, very happy about it.
Thank you for bringing this project on Ape Tank when we launch in a couple weeks.
What's Ape Tank?
Oh, perfect segue. Ape Tank is a project with myself and 5 other apes that are pretty well known, either collectors or developers or somehow involved in NFT space.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to bring on projects. Most of the projects are going to be either owned or ran by Poetic Yacht Club members, and we're going to let them pitch their project to us, 6 apes, and we're going to give our idea of their project and do it on Twitter Spaces.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
We're going to do a little bit of research into projects beforehand, so to try to cut out the idea or possibility or likelihood, I should say, of any rug pulls. They're creating space for newbies and to invest in. Frankly, if anybody who's feeling like they're just drowning underwater because their portfolio's upside down right now, to get back in there a little bit, stick your toe back in the water. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, what a great timing! Great timing for something like that. Love that. I'll be excited to see what you guys do, and yeah, like let me know as it gets rolling, and be happy to jump in on that.
Yeah, we glad to have you as a guest, Ape, first of all, and then secondarily, to judge, and then secondarily bring the project on.
That would be amazing.
Nice products on there, and some blue chips as well. We'll line it up.
Ah, it sounds amazing. It sounds really amazing. It's interesting. I really do think that there needs to be people with a good understanding of the market to kind of set expectations. Like, I've seen a lot of people who try to do well reviewing projects, but even a lot of them are well-meaning but amateur, and they misunderstand signals. Like, for example, it used to be that if a project pulls all the money out of their NFT sale right before reveal, or before in reveal, it's something that could make people nervous, right?
It can make them nervous, but sometimes there's reasons for it, though. Exactly.
So, but it can be mentioned as a factor that people should be considering, right? But there's also good reasons for it too, because I saw a project that didn't do that, and they got their contract hacked and all the money got stolen. So it can be a good reason to get to safety. But what's interesting about it is I saw a reviewer who's kind of amateur apply that to a project months later and say, well, how's this project doing? Months later, they're like, well, they took their money out of the contract. Well, of course they took their money out of the contract. At that point, you're supposed to be working on the development of your damn project. That's what the money's for.
Yeah, you got to do stuff with it. You just can't sit there forever.
Right. So like it's interesting. I saw another person who was coming in and I mean, talking to them later, they were criticizing another project who had well, anyway, it doesn't even matter. The point that I'm making is that, like, even the people who are evaluating sometimes what are flags or not flags in a project don't have the experience to get it right, or aren't thinking things through. So
is this a bad time to announce my Quirky review tool? Is that bad?
What's the Quirky review tool?
Oh God, no.
Oh, the Quirky review tool?
If I like it, probably don't get it.
Oh, we might tease you too much on that. Have you had any wins?
I'm here.
This is true.
Good answer.
That is absolutely true. It's just everything else.
I'm sure. Listen, 80% of the NFT market feels the way you feel about wins and losses right now. So don't feel like you're the only one.
Yeah, that's very, very true. Although we've been having a couple of wins in some of our calls. Gossamer Seeds we did. Some of the those crypto dudes did a nice little run up. The other ones didn't do so well. Dodes did a nice run up. I didn't get out soon enough, but they did a nice run up. But it's interesting. The market's coming back a little bit. I think what's going on is that people are pricing in the disappointment right now. It's like people are getting that everything's low, and Ethereum's at a price that they can deal with. It makes it a little cheaper to get into projects, a little cheaper to get into Ethereum, and it's not as much fun when you look at what your portfolio used to be worth, but it's stable to the bottom. What I've heard from a number of investors in the stock market is that often the stock market will recover before there's an actual economic recovery, because the current economic situation is priced into things. And I think that's what we're starting to see with Ethereum and with cryptocurrency and NFTs. So people are coming back in, plays are starting to happen again and work, and it's interesting. So it's one of the reasons why we are getting excited to refocus on launching as opposed to kind of waiting for things.
Well, those job numbers that came out the other day didn't hurt either. That gives people more confidence. The stock market gives you more confidence. See, cryptocurrency market, it'll all come back sooner or later. It's just a matter of how long, And I'm telling people, go do like I'm doing. Go find some fiat and buy NFTs and buy crypto while it's cheap. You'll thank me later.
I don't know if that's necessarily the wrong advice anymore. It might still go down from where we are now, but I think that eventually it's going to go back up.
Yes.
Way past where we are.
But not financial advice.
But not financial advice. Yes, thank you. I am not a financial advisor. Thank you, Bree.
Welcome.
Yeah. Anyone have any questions about Silverman, or questions about NFT NYC, or questions about Cockadoodles?
You lucked out 3 ways from Sunday with Bree. You got an artist. She's like an admin, and she's like a personal assistant, all built into one.
Well, I like to think of her more as a partner than a personal assistant, but she's amazing to have as a teammate, love, and co-founder.
Good answer. That's what I was talking about. The admin part. She's like an administrator too. So yeah, that's a good answer, sir. You're a good man. You're a good friend.
I try. She tries too. I think we co-split the admin part a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there might be a couple questions in the voice chat tag.
Let's take a look. Of course, I should be looking at voice chat. Let's see. So we're looking in the voice chat. That if you click on voice chat, there's a little open chat thing next to it. And who is this?
Someone wants to know, does holding 3 fashionistas also get you a whitelist for Silverman?
Yep. Does holding 3?
What?
No. We haven't announced the mechanism for fashionistas yet with Silverman. We've got some cool refreshing things that we're doing with them that we're going to be talking about soon. And then when we do that, we're going to announce both a kind of a discount day for Cockadoodle holders to pick up fashionistas, and also what kind of advantages fashionistas are going to have with getting into the Silverman whitelist. It's not going to be exactly the same as we have for the Cockadoodles. It's going to be different, but there's going to be some fun stuff in there. Let's see. Woody said, review mine free whitelist. Review. Woody, are you talking about your upcoming NFT? Is Woody still here? Yeah, Woody, if you want to mention your NFT, one of the things that we are always open to at the AMAs is for holders to talk about or bring up their projects and what they're working on. Some people are here during the AMA, but we get a lot of views afterwards. So if you want to talk about it or anyone wants to talk about it, we always try to make a little space for that. Corky review tool. I like the art. Yes, Corky always goes for the art, and I always try to tell him to look at the volume, and when they're both in line, then we've got a couple of wins. And I think we have once or twice, Corky. I've been like, Corky's like, oh, I like the art in this. I'm like, the volume's good. Go grab one. Woody says, currently driving, so next time. You got it, man. We're gonna keep doing these regularly and keep everyone updated on the regular, and then turn around and surprise people one day by saying, guess what? It's happening. And we should have some more announcements next week. There's like one or two more things I want to just get lined up. Going from there. But yeah, it's good. Things are moving and fun. And
Cockadoodles V2.
Cockadoodles V2? What do you mean, like, no. I don't know about following them exactly on that path. Like Doodles are doing their V2.
No, I mean I found a collection just now.
Oh yeah, no, that's a bullshit collection. That's a fake collection.
Moms of bitches.
Yeah. Yep. That's not us. They're scammers. We gotta work on getting verified with OpenSea. Make a note of that. We've been around long enough. We should be able to.
Oh, for sure.
Maybe we'll have to do the how did Not Your Bro do it? They tweeted at them.
I don't think that's what happened. What OpenSea made their getting verified a little bit easier. I think if you pass like 100K volume, it makes it easier.
100? You mean like 100 ETH
no,
volume?
100 ETH.
Yeah.
100 ETH.
Oh.
If you look at their I did some Googling and I was reading. That's one of the things. So they recently just changed their policy, which is why, or it made it a little bit easier, which is why so many.
Back in May.
So many people like suddenly started getting verified. So yeah, you can look at that.
In automated, oh good. So we'll get that process started this week. Invite-based account verification to the border. That's fun. This is interesting. To start, any account that owns a collection with at least 100 ETH of volume will be invited to apply for verification. I didn't get a goddamn application.
That's OpenSea for you.
What the fuck do you mean? But I'm just gonna go ahead and double check that before I bitch about it publicly. Yeah, it looks like they literally just changed this. Fantastic. So let's get moving on that. Anyone else have questions? Questions, topics while we're here and hanging out?
Can I get a hug?
Yeah, that's Bree just requested a hug. That was her question. There you go. Woody says currently driving, so next time. Awesome. Woody, what's the name of your set again? Let's go ahead and type it in there, and we'll I will throw it down as a mention on there. So for anyone seeing this later. The Wilders. Sweet.
10 and 2, Woody, 10 and 2.
It's interesting. Let's go ahead and type. Can I send a sneak peek? Yeah, go ahead and send a sneak peek. I'll bring it up. I will happily bring that up. It's interesting. As soon as Woody sends a sneak, I will bring it up. And I'm also really quickly checking on that other thing. Let's see what else. Anybody else? That's awesome. Well, guys, it's...
tell you, OpenSea is acting real funny right now. I tried to do a floor sweep using Gym. It wouldn't let me do it. And then I had to go, and then I tried to do quick buy using my Snipe add-on on OpenSea to get a couple copper doodles, and it was like, no, you can't do that either.
Really?
So I bought them manually. Got a couple more. I picked a couple.
Huh.
In my Ghost Trapper wallet.
Oh, they changed the interface now. The edit is hidden under 3 dots.
Yeah, they did a lot of their interface and their UI in the past few weeks, and I don't like none of it, to tell you the truth. I don't know who they got over there. They're just lucky. They're lucky they're OG because
look at this. Hold on a second. Verify the owner's creation account. Okay. Enter username. Oh, this is great. Someone stole my username.
Shut up, for real?
Yeah.
Sons of bitches.
Oh, this is really fucking annoying.
You're on Twitter?
No, on OpenSea.
Oh, Josh, I meant to ask you something too. Oh no, you know what? I figured it out. I was gonna call you the other day to ask you something, but I figured it out. ENS.
So, what do you do if someone's in... Huh?
I couldn't find my ENS purchases the other day, and I just figured it out last night.
That is really interesting. I wonder what to do about the fact that someone stole my...
Which name?
Curious Josh.
Or...
Yeah. Anyway.
Did you get off of it? How did they steal it? Did you leave it alone or something? Did you abandon it for a while? Change it to just take it off?
No, I never really had it on there. So someone's impersonating me. By the way, just really quickly, this is Woody's project here.
Okay.
It's cute.
Yeah, it's fun.
That's cool. Can I drop a link to that little video in there? I'll spread it around.
It's in the voice chat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I see it right here. Yeah. Okay.
That's fun.
Right, zombie.
Yeah, those are cute. Those are cute, Woody. Congratulations, man. I think
anybody know about any good free mints going on in that? We can something that won't hurt us to get involved in.
Well, before we jump into that, since this is kind of, I think I'm gonna like shut down the AMA because I feel like we've answered all the questions, and now I'll just switch this over to hanging out.
Yeah.
So thanks for everyone coming by for the AMA, and I'm gonna put the stop on that. We'll be back. We're doing these at the very least bi-weekly, and we should have a lot of information coming up soon. For now, I'm going to shut this one down, and it's been great doing this with you guys. Yeah, but we're going to keep here and keep hanging out, so I'm just going to stop the recording.